Hello, hello. So we are live. We were having some technical issues earlier, but now now we're going to jump back on here and see if we can get Zach on here. And there he is. So let's see if we can get him to join. And we are waiting, and hopefully this goes through and we can get him on here.
Hey, you see me now?
Yeah. So we got you on. Everyone was in suspense. Everyone was like, oh, I I brought a guy by the name of Job on from Indonesia for a couple of minutes while we were waiting for you, but we got you on, so that's what counts.
Yeah, I was just buying some ChallengeDac tokens right here just buying some ChallengeDac right here on new decks.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Did you see where we burned like 50% of them not too long
Yeah,
ago?
so now you have like a billion is the supply, right? Like a billion tokens now.
Yeah, we're down to like 1.3 billion and I think it's 1.3 billion and some change. So yeah, so we got rid of all the inactive accounts. So that's good for all the active people.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like Block One, we got rid of their accounts. All the accounts that just had, yeah, they didn't need theirs. Yeah, all the accounts that hadn't moved the tokens since the airdrop, we got rid of those. So
Just like Telos, that's precedent for that.
yeah, that's why we did it, because there's precedent for that, and we feel like that's the fair thing to do. So a lot of exchanges that just hadn't moved the tokens or anything like that, we
Didn't even know they probably had. Some of them didn't even know they had it.
yeah, probably. I know there's some that still have it, like Binance. They took theirs and moved it
There's
to a
the
different
there's the
wallet.
EOS train.
There's a
There's the
challenge.
EOS train.
You know what that means? That, when you hear the train going, and you hear about some, and then you see Nudex on your computer screen, then you know that's what that means. But yeah, so we we've been making a lot of challenges and trying to
We
get
gotta
people.
actually fix. We gotta make it so that it actually the website now, which is really cool. You got the web app, so that it's actually the actual mobile app now has a website you can go on to see all the challenges. And when that adds like scatter for anchor and scatter, am I still back?
Yeah, you're good.
I hit the side of my screen. The Samsung side buttons always go, but the anchor and scatter logins, which make a DAP in our minds. It's not really like that, but in our minds, we don't see that anchor login button to log in with your EOS account mainnet. Then people don't respect it as much. But I can see it coming now because we have the really smart people like at Alcor, like Avril. We got the smart Golos Russians,
Yeah,
and they can help us install all the extra mainnet. So now my plan is to help get those Challenge U accounts, like you were just talking about, connected or associated somehow, attested to an EOS mainnet account. Because you have Wombat Wallet, which can give you as many accounts as you want. You don't have to pay for them. So you can get every Challenge account user a mainnet account, which every time they click withdraw, it'll be like, would you like a Wombat account, sir? And give you the Wombat, getwombat.io. You get that free EOS account, which supports ChallengeDac, the Wombat wallet.
yeah, yeah. Then we can up our level of decentralization and give all those people who created a Challenge U account an actual mainnet account that they have the keys for. So yeah, that's something that we're gonna work on doing. In fact, we were talking to Raskin. Raskin, I hadn't seen him for a couple months, but he reached out to us, and I don't know if he knows how to do any of that stuff, but if he does, then maybe we can get him to do it.
Well, we got people like, we also got Avril, the guy from Alcor, and he's already proved himself with the Alcor.exchange, which has got challenge listed on it under the EOS section. We even have NFTs that you can buy with ChallengeDac. Like,
Yeah,
we have features we're not even using. You
yeah,
can go right now on Alcor.exchange, click NFT, and then go create an NFT, you upload an image, give it a name. You don't have to do anything. You just click create. You can do more. You can add different details. You can make it a game, and then you can push sell, and you can click right there, ChallengeDac. You don't have to sell for EOS. You can sell your NFTs for challenge. So I started doing this thing where I put a ChallengeDac token that was like for San Diego coin, where it was like showed the challenge link for the on blocks.io, and then it showed the GPS coordinates, and I made a little template to show like you can make tradable cards. This could be used at like national parks, like any historical site. You can have little collectibles. So every time you go to like Sequoia National Park or the Golden Gate Bridge, you get a little card on your phone, a little card, and it's got like the like Uplands doing stuff like this. But this would be more for under the government, like historical society, stuff like that. And you have certificates and little cards that have like the Golden Gate Bridge on it. And when you use ChallengeDac to go to Golden Gate Bridge, you'll get maybe some NFTs in the future, because that's another thing Challenge can easily add is NFTs.
Yeah.
Then we'll be giving out NFTs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in fact we made a challenge not too long ago for people to make an NFT on Alcor, and there's some people who made some cool little NFTs there. So yeah, NFTs are really cool. I've been impressed with really great artwork too. There's some really cool artists making some great artwork on there too. So I think it'd be easy to bring that on onto Challenge, and
Yeah, here's a bunch of them right here. See, there's Alcor.exchange. So you go on Alcor.exchange. You go to the top, and there's NFTs are up there.
Yeah.
And there's ChallengeDac. You click on one. You got 7 EOS. You can put whatever price you want. But here, how to make a challenge, created by Chrysaiki EOS, and you got 7 EOS. Oh wait, sorry, yeah. You actually can find ones that are sold in Challenge here. I actually put some up. I might have actually bought them, but anyway, you can actually just go click up here, and you click sell NFT, and then I click this NFT, and then I actually can click here, and then you just look for CHL on the list. There's a lot of tokens now, so you have to actually sit here and look. There it is. See, there's so many tokens being added. This is only going to get crazier and crazier. There's going to be so many tokens. And then you just type in how much you want. So one CH, I'm not going to sell this. This is a crypto emerald from EOS Eris Crypto, one of these little new games coming out. And so, but anyway, you can sell these for CHL. You can sell NFTs for CHL tokens. And then that's just like a base layer. We can build on top of that. We can have people buying and selling their location data over time and stuff. I mean, this could be really crazy.
Yeah. We just keep trying to build away. I mean, we've been most of this year we've been building so much. Finally I think we're getting to the point now where people are able to make challenges and fulfill them, and it's working for people, and it's not too buggy. But we're going to keep on building, adding more and more features. I think we last time I checked, I think we just got 5,000 unique users. So yeah, that's
no, that makes sense, because it's been months and months, and it just builds up, and people they stay. There's not that many places where you can, for very low risk and very low amount of time, get some free crypto and not have to like do a bunch of crap, because we really do have all these tokens, and the more people use it, the more valuable it becomes. So it's almost like we don't have to there's no catch. You don't have to sacrifice anything. It's just an investment of your time, and you just work with us to make the code and the token more valuable by using it more, because the network effect, more people use it, more valuable it is.
Yeah, and we've been doing a lot of simple challenges, like asking people to share things, like just share things on Facebook, or to like things for just a little bit of EOS or a little bit of challenge tokens, and just people doing that spreads the message and helps grow the community. And then at the same time, they're able to earn cryptocurrency just for liking or sharing something, which everyone's happy to do. You like something, you share something, you post the link down below, and bam, we've been giving out like a tenth of an EOS, or some challenge tokens.
Okay, so when people hit the like button, they're automatically getting payments now?
So if it's a task challenge, so we got geo challenges and task challenges.
Oh yeah, that's right, the task challenge. Okay.
So if people are doing task challenges, then they put the proof down below, and then the person that created the task challenge rewards them. Looks at the.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the actual like button, because on chirp.la, the new project by Kurt and the guy from Mom to Corey, those guys have the like button giving you some Telos tokens every time you click it using a Twitter account. So we could do something like that, where there's a pool of CHL, and every time you get that like from like voice, where you get 100 or you get 2 or 10 likes a day or something, you get more likes to give out. Those could be the CHL token every time you get a like,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's been working pretty well with Twitter. So like if somebody puts out a tweet, then we can say, hey, retweet this or comment on this tweet, and then you'll get rewarded afterwards, and then they just drop the link down below. So
Yeah, I know there's a Twitter alert sometimes. Are those manual or those automated? Because I saw the little red flashing light and it says, new challenge alert, and it's a Twitter
yeah,
account posts that. That needs to be, dude, I hope you can automate that, but make us pay to use it. So if we want to get that alert, if you want to get your challenges to show up on the Twitter alert, you have to have a certain amount of CHL earned or achievement, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like 1,000 CHL has to be in your account before your challenges show up on the Twitter alert thing. And that way, it's a new way to get people to buy the CHL or just use it, a new use case for it,
yeah. It
Let's
definitely.
make sure we talk about PBTC. Don't let us stop without talking about DAP, ptokens.io, which is Block One and the, oh, look, EOS.
Oh yeah, that's what.
It's the EOS logo. Look at this. It's the EOS logo, dude.
You figured
It
that out
really is.
yourself? You figured that out yourself, or you saw someone else do
No,
that?
I figured this out. This is the
That's
actual, this
clever.
is proof.
Yeah,
Dude, I didn't make, this is proof that like God or Dan Larimer, someone in the future put EOS logo in our DNA. So all you have to do is this and you can get it. It looks even better like this.
well, that EOS logo is supposed to be like the heart chakra or something, or it's supposed to be
Look at
like
that.
the
Yeah, it's a
dimension
chest
of
and
the heart.
hedron.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's a sacred geometry with 7 sides, 3 kites and 3 kites and 4 triangles. No, 4 kites, 3 triangles. 4
yeah,
kite-shaped pieces, 7 sides, and it's like a new. It's not a platonic solid, but it's like almost like a new shape no one's ever thought of before, which is just crazy. And like that shape is going to basically just over time do something that's called optical pineal induction, which means looking at a TV screen and getting that shape right into your pineal gland, because your pineal gland is a little screen. Your pineal gland is an actual pine cone shaped little gland that has a spiral of blood which has iron in it. So it's like an electromagnet coil. And inside, this is all science, you can look it up, microcluster calcite crystals, little crystals shaped like Ethereum and EOS logos. Not even kidding. And they come together and they make actual geometry, states of consciousness, see hallucinations. They're actually seeing their pineal gland, because on the outside of this pineal gland, there are photoreceptive cells like the back of your eye. It's literally was your eye. It's called the third eye. In
yeah,
Tuataras, in the Galapagos Islands, they have the actual pineal gland that's still part of the. It's up here. You can actually see it, and they can see light through it still. Some animals still have the third eye, and you can see it like an actual eyeball. Ours is developed into the middle of my. So basically, the logo of the EOS, I'm trying to say, is the logo of the EOS cryptocurrency. It's so powerful that it will download itself into our consciousness every time we see it. And I predict you'll see EOS logos in the back of passports and on ID cards, and it will be like an Intel inside logo. It'll be ubiquitous part of technology in the background of everything.
yeah,
And CHL could be the GPS version of that.
yeah, yeah.
Because yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, I think that's something that we'll see. I know that they got offices up in Washington, and I think they're doing a lot of behind the scenes work with the government to because the government's going to need to have blockchain technology, and I think they're doing a lot of lobbying right now. Block One is with Washington to set that type of stuff up. So
There's that picture of Brendan and Dan at the SEC. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the new US dollar is going to be EOS, and I'm pretty sure the reason the price hasn't gone up is because they're going to inflate the supply of EOS from 1 billion to 20 trillion and have 5% inflation a year go directly to the treasury to replace taxes. Taxes will just slowly go away, and you'll have direct inflation based. That's $1 trillion every. That's enough to pay for more than our budget. That's healthcare and military and everything else all at once. So it covers everything. And then the $20 trillion supply would be the EOS token. I don't think it's even going to be like USDT it's just going to be EOS. And then the block producers at Binance, whatever, accept that, blah, blah. they're not going to be the block producers. The block producers are going to be Google, Visa, Goldman Sachs, all the big, like, that will be the block producers. Maybe Walmart, so you can use the EOS at the Walmart and have everything you ever needed. Netflix. And then that way they will decide, okay, Federal Reserve, Treasury might even be block producers, like Fed New York, Fed Denver. They'll be the block. EOS will then come into the new, it's called programmable digital dollar. The programmable dollar. What did Dan Lambert call it? The programmable US dollar, where you can program the US dollar. And that's what America's always been about, the new technology. This is like the culmination of the NASDAQ and everything. We're going to stop a new crash by actually having the cryptocurrency. If there was cryptocurrency during the NASDAQ bubble, which popped because of the antitrust lawsuits that the government decided to issue against Microsoft, that popped the dot-com bubble. If you look on Wikipedia, I analyzed the page today, and it's perfectly there. It shows where it popped the bubble. It was the government deciding to break up Microsoft, which might have been a good thing. Maybe the bubble would have gotten way bigger and then popped and really devastated us. But luckily, the bubble is going to keep going, I guess. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's like tantric. They want to keep the energy flowing, like balanced, instead of having these ups and downs. They want to keep it just steadily going up. And I'm pretty sure the space industry now and Starlink internet is going to give everybody these smartphones around the world. And ChallengeDac is perfect for that because we're going to have better location data. We don't have to use just GPS. You know, Starlink is going to allow people to have other stuff than just Starlink, but there's like other alternatives now. GPS, there's the Galileo, the European Space Agency one, which has really precise location data for civilians. So we could use that for Challenge and have really cool shit where you don't have to just guess where the thing is. You can get down to like the meter.
Yeah.
And we could do really cool capture the flag games with Challenge, King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Where people are capturing an area virtually to play a game. There's prizes. It's all sports. It'll be like global guts. We could probably get Nickelodeon to partner with us and have, you know, do you have it? Guts. Remember that show on Nickelodeon?
Yeah.
Where the kids climb aggro crag for
Nickelodeon. I don't think I remember that show though, but
it's like Gladiators. Remember American Gladiators?
Yeah, I remember that one.
It's that for kids.
Yeah. Yes, I mean the possibilities are endless. I mean that's the thing is we just want to be able to give people the options to, you know, unlock their creativity and come up with all these different things, you know. So
Bitcoin's going to do that.
Yeah.
So we're going to add the Bitcoin token, pegged Bitcoin, which is from P tokens. Brendan Bloomer and Block One promoted this on their Twitter, so it's all official. This is what Bitfinex and EOSFinex are using, and it's right there.
This is what you're saying we should use for Bitcoin instead of what we're using.
P tokens.io, because you can actually withdraw these.
Okay.
To mainnet Bitcoin, and you can sell it for EOS and stuff. It's actually traded. It's the big one. It was good they had the old one. It's good we had the old one, but this one is used. We will actually have the airdrops. We'll be able to airdrop 1 Satoshi each because you can go down to 0.7 zeros and a 1. That's a 1 Satoshi, 7 zeros and a 1. And this is PBTC. It's an EOS token. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You know, and there you go. You can do 0.00000001 PBTC token, and then that would be the challenge. You earn Satoshis. People love stacking Satoshis. Satoshi, if you get like 100, you only need like a few of them to get to 1 penny now. We're getting really close to like, I think Satoshis will be $1 each, which is crazy because there's 100 million of them per Bitcoin. But that'll be in the future, far in the future, when Bitcoin's eaten up by AI and just they collect the AI. The AI collects the Bitcoin, burns it until there's like 1 Bitcoin left and we all have to use it. And then EOS has to scale that 1 Bitcoin.
Yeah, I see where, I mean, when you think about that, there's like getting to be like 8 billion people in the world and there's 21 million Bitcoin, like 18 million now, you know, there's not a lot of Bitcoin to people. So, and
there's only going to be a few million for people. There's only probably going to be a few 100,000 Bitcoins for the actual people. The rest will be just gobbled up by the Winklevi twins and shit, you know.
Yeah, and then you hear about all these billionaire guys who are, you know, these old school Wall Street guys that are gobbling up Bitcoin now, you know.
They've been doing it. The banks have been into Bitcoin. They just couldn't tell anybody because, one, they're afraid that it was illegal because of the SEC implications, and they didn't want to get in trouble. They didn't want to, in case it didn't work out, they didn't want to get into it. That was also a strategy that is just like the Block One strategy where they warned everyone not to buy EOS in America. I think that was because they're going to use it as the US dollar, and the price isn't going to go up like Bitcoin. The price will go down to like $1. But I think it'll stay where it is too. The EOS price should at least stay where it is, $2, because it's like a euro. It's like a fancy dollar. Imagine if there was a country in the world that was just as powerful as the U.S., but their currency was worth $2. You know, that's like the big fear. Like if in the Soviet Union, they actually had their own currency, and it was worth like a couple dollars. It was worth more, but guess what? It was illegal to fucking trade it. So of course you can do whatever you want if you control the markets. You can just fucking prop whatever shit you want. It's all fake, you know, and you
Yeah.
couldn't really buy anything with it. So remember, that's what we can. We have to be careful with this shit because that's where it ends up. But we can't. That won't happen now because there's computers. It's and you know what? During Germany, the inflation of Germany, Weimar Republic in the 30s, when their paper currency was worthless, and they had those pictures of the wheelbarrows, right?
Have you seen what's going on with Venezuela lately? I saw this going around on Twitter where they're literally got garbage bags of money. And
Yeah, they've always been doing. Dude, that's not late. That's 10 years old. They've been doing. They have to use. That's all like weird propaganda too. Because Venezuela, they almost all know about Steam now. They have to use it to survive. So like, the paper money is like a slave. It's really sad because those are the slaves that haven't caught up yet. It's when you realize that you're on a hierarchy, an animal kingdom. It's scary because like you're at the top of this pyramid, and like we're trying to get rid of that and horizontally like decentralize it all. So it's all horizontal. Everybody has a smartphone. Everybody has the
yeah,
power.
more yeah,
Well, the solution to that hyperinflation, I was gonna say though, don't worry about it because in Germany they replaced their currency with local currencies like NFTs before fucking computers. They made little postcards that said like, $1 or sorry, 1 mark or whatever. They had their own. Every neighborhood had little pieces of art, and they had local currencies. German local currencies, 1930s. It had really cool art too. Okay, the Wara. Here we go.
uh, probably
Look,
like they probably had decentralized little communities where, yeah, I mean, people are going to trade. People have to trade. So if something fails them, then they're going to find something else to trade with.
look. It
Uh,
says the physiocratic money is the processor. So look at this. Physiocratic gold. See these? See 90 marks, 95 marks. You see this? It actually has different values in different months. Do you see that?
yeah, that's
Each
interesting.
month
I
of
hadn't heard about this before.
Yeah,
I
I
knew
found
I
out a
knew
couple weeks
all
ago.
about their hyperinflation, but
I had
uh,
you never knew about the solutions that they were using.
no, yeah, you don't. I hadn't heard about the solutions.
So it's just a demerge, which is what the hell is that? That a demerge. It's we need to learn this word. A demerge is a cost associated with owning or holding currency over a given period. It's referred to as a carrying cost of money. So like when you hold fucking Bitcoin, you have to fucking use it all the time, or gold, and you have to have security for it, and then you end up losing. It's like for commodity money such as gold, demerge is the cost of storing, securing gold. For paper currency, it's the form of a periodic tax, such as a stamp tax. Demerge is sometimes cited as economically advantageous in context of complementary currencies. So basically, it's like a tally stick. It's like a tax rebate. Imagine if everybody's knows you have to pay taxes, and then you use these little tax rebate, like ZEF credits that Tesla has for their carbon shit. They can sell to other companies that don't do a good enough job. It's like a way to. It's really weird. Here's a good one. Look at this one. It says 1 shilling on it, and it's got like they're like stamps. You see that? They're like
Yeah,
stamps.
yeah, they probably had
So
some sort of way where they made sure they couldn't be counterfeited or whatever, and they
well,
probably
they were each made by their own community, dude. Think
uh,
about it. Who's gonna counterfeit? Well, one guy in the neighborhood's gonna counterfeit that? Nobody's.
they all
Think
knew
about
each
it.
other. Yeah, they all knew each
Your
other.
neighborhood.
Yeah, they all had credit and knew each other. So
Exactly. It's like a blockchain.
yeah,
So when you guys add NFTs, we'll be able to do that with ChallengeDac and save the world's currency system. I mean, it's gonna be amazing.
yeah, it's NFTs. That's been something that I've been following, and I want to get on. We need to get on challenge. Uh, I've been giving the developers a little bit of a break because we've been working on with the everything they've been doing, so they're taking a little bit of a break right now. And
They did a great job with their web app and everything, and even the mobile app's got a lot of great new features. Like I'm very impressed by that. Like
yeah, a lot of your ideas. We put a lot of your ideas on there, and City Mills, he's on the channel right now. He's been helping us out, so and you linked us up with him, so you've been one of the top. A lot of these different developments have been you're a brainchild of Zach, so that's why we're having you on here, and that's you know why you why you listen to what you got to say.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get Alcor, which is the big. That'll be our DEX. Like we have our own DEX basically, because Avril will do whatever is
Well, he
rationally
looks
like
like he's
he'll.
doing
If
so
he's
much.
not,
He looks like he's doing the
oh, I
trading,
know.
and then he's
And
got the
Telos is supporting him.
yeah. Then he's yeah. So I know he's doing a good job because I'm hearing a lot about it. Not that I'm hearing it from you, but I'm hearing it from other
Did
places
you
too.
know? Did you know that he has an FDIC approved blockchain now on Alcor called Proton?
FDIC,
They
no,
have an
no.
FDIC approved. They have done all the paperwork. They have an FDIC. They have like they paid them big money to get the insurance. They have the official shit on Alcor. It's not on every Alcor. It's when you click Proton chain. I'm not saying this
No
is like
way.
FDIC approved. I'm just saying the blockchain app that this is part of, Proton, is called MetalPay, and MetalPay. So this is just another app that I have to log in with an actual Proton chain account. But see, MetalPay is used to be called wait no so it used to be Link's wallet. Remember Link's, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so Link's turned into Proton chain, and now they have Metal XMT, Proton XPR, and then they have stuff like XBTC, XETH. So they have their own pegs, and they have a debit card. They have a mobile app.
yeah. He just that dude, or they went off and they did their own like side chain, or they made their own.
No. Well, yeah, it's an EOSIO mainnet. It's not a side chain. None of these are side chain. I don't even know of a side chain on EOS except for voice. But they're all independent mainnets. Make sure you don't call Telos a side chain. But dude, they're gonna have basically MetalPay bought Blocks.io. They bought EOS Cafe Blocks. Did you know that?
No, no.
If you go to Blocks.io, look at the top left corner. There's a big metal logo now, and it says "Buy Metal Pay." They bought out Saeed, which is good because he needed money. He did so much work, and they are the most legit because they have the FDIC approved certificates and stuff, which is all going to be on the. One day that stuff will be on the blockchain, and anybody who is any blockchain that like can pass inspection of the community will just get officiated. It won't be
Yeah,
this mafia thing where like you just only your friends can get in. It'll be like meritocracy.
yeah, yeah. It's I talked to the one dude. I think his name was Fred, who
Oh
was
yeah, no, he's good. Freddie. I just call him Freddy Krueger because his name
that's
is
yeah,
Fred
yeah,
Krueger.
yeah, yeah.
It's Freddy Krueger.
I had a chance to talk to him a little bit at one of these EOS conferences, and at that time he was doing the Links wallet, and
Yeah, dude.
but yeah, I see.
And Lynx had the best wallet experience. It still works, and you can
Yeah,
use
yeah,
Lynx
they were
with Alcor. You can go on Lynx, and you can still use it for Alcor. So you can actually do. But Lynx was going to do some shit with NFTs. They had a whole wall. I thought was it open. I don't know if it was OpenSea, but it was something sounded like that. It was D shop or D something, or they had this NFT store with games and items, and it looked great, and it was all in Links. And remember, Links had the games. They had like the Area 51
yeah,
game, and they were giving out stuff you could get EOS. So I think that was a proof of concept. I'm pretty sure that was the proof that they could do. Now Metals bought them out. It's moving slow. They're gonna launch it all out. I think they might even do these EOSIO chains will start doing shit with Twitch. Twitch.tv just launched a new advertising system, and it's using the same purple-looking Telos color that Ratson from Venezuela was using for the D-Date stuff that we're working on slowly. But here, I can't. These guys, we got to give them all time, especially during Corona pandemic. We can't ask people to, we got to give everybody as much time as they need. But we're
yeah.
going to have people, and we're going to give out UBI soon, I think. I think we're going to give out people money because everyone's been trained to just use, it's a drug. We've been, in the past, it wasn't a drug like this. And now, though, if you give people digital money, it's like a drug. They look on their phone, and they're like, I can do so much shit with this money.
Oh,
And
it's yeah,
people
it's
just,
real. Yeah, it's a real. It's people get addicted to like likes and shares and that gives them a lot of engagement. Well, it's a totally different story when you're it was actual cryptocurrency with markets. That
yeah, then you get less of them.
yeah.
Then people are more stingy. But but eventually, everyone will get the.
But
I think I can realistically foresee $100 to $1,000 a day for every human being on the planet. Because if you think about it, most people will just recycle all that money back into the system. It's just all tokens. Why wouldn't you be able to do that? And the dollar, and you'll still be able to buy all that shit because you're not going to buy a bunch of crap off Amazon. Where are you going to put it? You can't keep buying consumer goods. Also, they won't let you. They'll say, well, you've been buying too much crap and you have nowhere to throw it away. Like landfills will be expensive. They'll make you worry about all that crap. So people buy less crap. We don't should be buying. We'll have freedom to build whatever you want, but we shouldn't be buying all this consumer crap from slave factories anyway. So like we're gonna spend the money on investment. People are gonna invest their money. Everybody can be like an investment banker. We'll all have money. It's like we're basically just living the way we always could. We're just be more efficient with it, so we
Yeah,
can all experience.
yeah, get away from the take, make, and throw away economy. And have something that's more sustainable and practical. And yes, I mean, if there's a tool to do it, it's blockchain, because blockchain is very it's good. It'll make the world more efficient for sure. So this is a great efficiency
And
tool.
reason shall prevail.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. I mean, it could be used for good stuff or bad stuff, but hopefully, you get as many good people involved with it, then hopefully it stays a tool for good. So, that's what we're trying to do here at Challenge. Trying to make sure that we're facilitating people or giving people a way of interacting, something real basic, just interacting with a smart contract, but just giving people that ability, gives them a way of earning some crypto, and then
It's
also
a gateway too. The challenge is a gateway to all the crypto blockchain. You get EOS wallet. You get to go to Steam. You get to go to Hive, Telos. All these things. Like it helps you back stuff up, so you never have to worry about getting censored. And you're eventually gonna have to do news. I think there's gonna have to
the
be a
gateway,
challenge to
it's
news
gateway.
drug. Yeah, it's the gateway drug for sure. But we call it a portal. It's the portal,
Well,
like a web portal.
that's something that is important to me, because I understood Bitcoin. I heard about Bitcoin all the way back in like 2013, and I 2014, 2013. I kind of, by that time, I understood it somewhat, but I wasn't able to start getting involved with it until like 2016 to actually own any of it, because I had such a hard time figuring out how to get it. I couldn't figure out how to, and I wasn't somebody who was super, a big computer dude earlier around that time. And so, I just had a hard time, buying the Bitcoin. So I
Oh
had,
yeah, dude. I had to meet guys like a drug deal to help my friends get a large amount of Bitcoin, a few $1,000s. We had to meet at a coffee shop over local Bitcoin, and it was like a drug deal. And I looked at his phone to figure out where he was getting it when he wasn't looking, and it was on my Mycelium wallet. So I was like, oh shit. So he's just finding the Bitcoin, reselling it. He was people back then were probably like, maybe it is the dark net, maybe I am buying something, but
well,
they
that's the
weren't. It
thing.
was just regular people.
It's very complicated for people who are getting involved with it. I mean, as
Oh
time's
no,
gone
no,
on,
we have a solution. Cryptolocally.com. And you can get CHL if you ask those guys. I don't know, I asked them too much, so they're not going to ask me, but talk to them. Crypto locally. They have
local,
EOS,
local, you're not talking about local Bitcoin,
cryptolocally.com.
cryptolocally.com.
It's
I've
just
heard,
like local Bitcoins. You remember local Bitcoins, right?
yeah, I've used them before. Yeah.
But fuck them because you have to do KYC and they tell us bullshit, yet they hold your Bitcoins in an account with escrow. Fuck that. You should just have a
They,
DEX, and that's how it works.
they didn't used to do that, but I
Yeah,
think,
they didn't used to,
yeah,
but then they started putting all this. They still owe me like 0.4 Bitcoin from like a long time ago when that was like $50 or something. They just took it from the account because someone just like used social engineering to say that like the deal was bad or something. There's so much bullshit back then.
yeah,
PayPal owes me money. Wells Fargo sent me a letter saying that sorry, we do owe you money from when we hacked all your accounts and just let people drain them. So they were like, we owe you $180, but your account was negative, so we've credited that. So here's zero. It was ridiculous. So the government made them pay everyone back, and they found a way to scam me still. Like it was one day I put $200 in my Wells Fargo account years ago, and by the time I walked to the fucking bank, they had told me that someone had used an expired debit card number to take all the money out. And I asked them, "Are you going to give it back?" And they're like, "No, because we can only reverse one transaction a day, a month or a year. You only get one reverse, even though we know it was like fraudulent. And those were 4 transactions. It was ridiculous. Like
yeah,
those banks need to fucking die. They need to die as a business. Hollywood Video. Have you ever been to a Hollywood Video, a Blockbuster recently? That's where those banks are going. I
yeah,
don't think they're going to open those banks back up. I'm pretty sure COVID was about closing the banks, dude. What's the excuse for holding paper money anymore? Why should you have think about it. They make us do deliveries for everything. Why would
yeah,
they not do the same for banks?
yeah,
Restaurants can't open, so then banks are technology. We use Zoom. We have Twitter. Everyone's doing the technology investment stocks. So banks are dead. I hope you all realize that. You're not allowed to go in a bank ever again. my orders. You're not allowed to go to bank. They're done.
You're
At
gonna get
least in
COVID.
America.
Yeah, you can't. It's too
Banks spread COVID. You heard
yeah,
that here.
yeah.
Banks spread COVID. Money does spread COVID. Money is disease ridden. Paper money has disease on it. So cryptocurrency is a solution for COVID
Well,
in
it's the
terms
only
of
way of
paper money.
transferring value without having the risk of COVID.
Transferring COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even when you trade your gold around or you trade your whatever your paper money around, you might get COVID. So yeah, that's
That was one of the first memes when this shit happened. It was like, well, here's the solution, and then all the tech companies started making money. Zoom, the stock went up. Robinhood, everybody's trading, and now we're like, oh yeah, they're trying to say the rally's over or whatever. No, it's not, dude. Tesla's robotaxi network, which is connected to Chainlink and Ethereum, and that's about to turn on.
once
They're
we
about
keep up
to,
our challenge network location network,
oh,
people will be getting
Tesla
bonuses when you get your delivery on time. Okay, now the
games,
crypto
dude,
unlocks.
games, Tesla games. You get in a Tesla and it drives you around, and you like are in the game, so you can be completely in the game or on your phone, and you're like hunting other Teslas, like you're in a submarine.
Like Mario
Like
Kart,
it's all virtual. It's all virtual. There's no
like Mario Kart.
We'll have laser rifles and stuff, and you'll be on top of a Cybertruck shooting a Halo gun, but it's all fake. It's all lasers and lights, and it's like that's how warfare on Earth is to be eradicated through virtual combat. So people see who's the best, and then they just don't fuck with them, and everybody gets a chance to fight them. And in virtual combat, virtual laser, what like Starship Troopers. You know that in San Diego, here in San Diego, did you ever go to Ultrazone, the laser tag place?
No.
Well, it's over by the Chuck E. Cheese, over by in Point Loma, and Sports Arena. And Ultrazone had these really like high-tech vests and rifles, laser tag, right? 3 teams. I remember them telling us one day where they came from. They were donated or purchased or something by the U.S. military, and they were the shit that the military was using.
Practicing.
So I got to practice with like military laser tag shit when I was a kid. Just think about that. Like that's what America's all about, man. Like this is going to be crazy when they turn on the grid and we have Cyberpunk 2077, which takes place here basically in San Diego. Have you ever seen the Judge Dredd movie? I'm sorry, Demolition Man, where they have this. Remember Demolition Man with the it's the 80s movie. It's dystopian. It has Sylvester Stallone. And he plays the cop. They wake up from the past to catch a criminal from the past.
What's it called?
Demolition Man.
Demolition Man. I haven't
It's
seen
the movie
it.
with. It's the movie where everything's tracked and traced, and they have like if you say a bad word, a little receipt comes out of the wall. It goes beep beep beep. Like demerit, you have -1 points on your bad word meter if you say like it's like Twitter. It's like the SJW world we live in now. Everything's censored and
Social
shit.
credit and Big Brother and.
Well, I bring it up because they have Taco Bell in that movie. They say, yeah, the only restaurant left in the future is Taco Bell, and because of all the fast food wars. And they actually made a real downtown here in San Diego. They're turning it all into cyberpunk. And here in San Diego, they have the Comic Con. And when they have the next Comic Con, it's going to be all about crypto. Because I mean, the last one, I mean, so like downtown San Diego was used for that movie Demolition Man. You know where the trolley is down? You know the futuristic looking trolley station downtown?
Yeah.
That's underneath that building that looks like a screwdriver.
It takes you down to or it takes you to the Padres.
Yeah. Well, the trolley takes you from Mexico to the mall to the stadium to the college. It's like goes to the 5 places. But dude, that trolley station was used in Demolition Man to look like a futuristic version of the world. And then they even had a fake taco. They actually made the futuristic Taco Bell with luxury food during Comic-Con, and they had like the big purple logos. And it just reminded me last night of AT&T and Telos. I'm pretty sure Telos and EOS will have block producers like AT&T because every telephone account should be a blockchain account. And that's like, what, 400 million phone numbers or something? Phone numbers in the future won't be answered. People's phones won't go off because there's so much spam, it's a problem.
Yeah. So
like ChallengeDac type accounts will be used for everything, for like, your phone, for text messages, and you'll be paid on Tippet too. CHL is on Tippet, which just added GitHub. So you can go on GitHub and you can actually get paid to do issues. You can get paid to do GitHub reports for ChallengeDac. Just go on the ChallengeDac GitHub. Just type in on Google, ChallengeDac GitHub. Go on there and make an issue. Any request you want, and you will tip you. Show us the issue, and we'll tip your GitHub account ChallengeDac because
that was running on a Twitter too, wasn't it?
It's Tippet. Yeah, yeah. Tippet has Twitter, Discord. Yeah, it's crazy. They added GitHub. So
Yeah,
like that means we can pay coders to code for ChallengeDac in CHL directly on their GitHub account. So
yeah,
GitHub is now a wallet, and they're going to add email and SMS and Reddit and a mobile and a desktop app. And they were going to do Facebook, but Facebook said no because of like they're going to have Libra. It's weird that all of everything. The only guys that said no are Facebook. So with Facebook, sorry, when we get it on SMS, Challenge Deck will automatically be tippable over text message. You'll be able to send an SMS with with $1 or $100 Challenge Deck. The person gets a text message. The link goes right to Tippet.io, and then they can go send that or withdraw it or whatever, but it stays in their account. They log in with their text code, and when they want to log in, they put their phone number in, they get the text, they log into Tippet.io, there's their challenge tokens. So this is going to be huge. We're going to be able to send challenge to like anyone with a phone number.
yeah, yeah. That's one of the biggest barriers I think to people to adoption. Really, is just setting up the account. Okay, learning to be able to not lose your crypto and keeping a hold of it or whatever. So yeah, they're doing. I was impressed with the work that they were doing, and I'm glad that we were able to get CHL on there because I know they're doing a lot of cool stuff with Twitter on
We'll be able to do airdrops soon.
Telegram. They were doing a lot of stuff on Telegram too, where you're tipping people on Telegram. I think it's still running, right? You can still tip people.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to get them to. They have rewards too. When we've done that, where you go to Tippet, you go Tippet.io, you click rewards, and then you can actually create like reply or retweet this for 1 to 100 or whatever CHL or EOS or whatever token you want in there. And Bitcoin's going to be on there too. They actually added it on Telos, right? They got to do EOS too because there's 100 and something Bitcoin now in the EOS BTC thing, like in their fucking peg. They're backed by, like the BPTC, the old one only had like one Bitcoin. BTCP. Now the PBTC one, the new one from ptokens.io, that one has 150 or something Bitcoin. So and it has like $1 million a day in volume, or at least 400,000 sometimes. One time it was like 1.8 on Dolphin Swap, Box, DeFi Box. Sometimes just on Nudex, but there's like 6 exchange DeFi tools. They don't even use new exchanges now. They just use these DeFi swap tools where you just click the button, swap it, gives you the best price, liquidity pool, make money off the liquidity pool. It's like if block trades were decentralized. But yeah, it's like. Yeah, dude, it's going to work. They're going to have like a lot of people giving Bitcoin out on Tippet, and then CHL can have Bitcoin too. The same tool, it's EOS. EOS is pegging Bitcoin. Block One's going to put like 100,000 of their Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure. Why wouldn't they?
Where
At least a lot.
they're I think I saw where they were doing Bitcoin mining, right? Block one.
Yeah, they have that too. Now they have like 2% of all the Bitcoin mining now.
Yeah, they're doing Bitcoin mining. So
And they'll be up to 4%. They'll get up to 4%. They estimated. And that was on the big news, whatever, the EOS Go, whatever it was, on
that makes
Voice, I
you think,
saw that.
what are they going to do with their Bitcoin?
Well, this is what they're going to do. They're going to leverage it. They're going to leverage it. They're going to deposit it, I think, because Brendan Bloomer supported, he said he retweeted that ptokens.io tool, and they're going to put it in this tool right here. I'll get it out right here. You go to dac.ptokens.io, and now I'm going to actually log in with my, here, I click up here to PBTC on EOS, connect my EOS wallet, connect with Anchor, open Anchor app. I log in here with my connect here with my Zack EOS account. Now, and that's all real fast. That all happens real fast. Now I'm connected and I can do issue and redeem. I click right here. EOS account, Zack already has it. Click deposit address, boom, done. Now I have a fucking EOS, sorry. Now I have a freaking EOS address that links to Bitcoin. You just deposit Bitcoin, and I get pegged Bitcoin on my EOS. And I've tried it, and it works. You deposit the EOS, and you deposit the Bitcoin, and you get an EOS token that's backed by EOS.
It mirrors.
It's backed by Bitcoin and EOS because you can sell it for EOS or you can withdraw it back to Bitcoin with no fees. Well, I think there's a tiny fee for something else, and they use that to actually generate money for their own token, PNT, which I have to promote because you guys are great. They deserve as much money as they can get for their P network because they have PBTC on EOS. They have PBTC on Ethereum. You know, you can get CHL on here, dude, and this is how we're going to get Ethereum CHL for Uniswap. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
that's where you make all your money, and that's it.
Right.
See,
Yeah.
they got PBTC on EOS. They got BTC on Ethereum. They got BTC on Telos. They got Litecoin on Ethereum. They got Litecoin on EOS. They got pegged Ethereum on EOS. They got PNT on EOS. They're also going to have EOS on Ethereum. And they have Chainlink on EOS, even YFI on EOS, which I don't use, but some people love it because it's one of those expensive DeFi coins. So you can have all those on Challenge, but just start with the PBTC, PETH, and PLink. Then we'll have Chainlink. There's a lot of Chainlink people that want to get down with ChallengeDac in the future because of the Oracle service, because we can turn into an Oracle service helper. Because think about it, the Oracle service pays people for information. That's what it does. It pays people and things and machines to report accurate data that's then checked by the DPoS human blockchains like Voice. It's a big layered system. We're at the bottom with the Earth, and then it goes up and up to the silicon matrix, the silicate matrix template, where you have Bitcoin deposited into Voice through P tokens. There's already 100 Bitcoin deposited. I think they're going to put 100,000 because they have 140,000 Bitcoin in block one.
Yeah.
They're going to put all that, I think, into this P tokens network so that it becomes
So you
the
think
number one.
their block one's running this project?
They promoted it on
Promoting it.
on Twitter. Brendan
Okay.
Bloomer retweeted. He replied and he said he doesn't do that ever unless it's a serious project. And this is Bitfinex, so they're all related at the top. This is their project. Bitfinex made EOS Finex, and then EOS Finex made this so that Bitcoin could be on EOS. And they had to make it trustable. They had to make it like a wrapper that was universal. And it's on GitHub called Provable Things. So GitHub, Provable Things, P tokens. It's all there. It's all open source. It was just like the old BTCP that we're doing a Steam engine and PrivX, except that was a little dirtier. I say dirtier because there's one guy making it and he didn't rush it, but it's just he had so many things. It wasn't as organized as it could be. This was a team of many people, all highly paid, making it nice and neat. Nice little package. Don't have to wait anymore. You can put your Bitcoin on EOS, and you can then put that Bitcoin into ChallengeDac, and you can give out 1 Satoshi each. People can literally take 1 Satoshi and sell it for EOS. Actually, I think they need like 100 Satoshis to get the 0.01 EOS, the minimum, to make a sale on Alcor. But they can change that. They can fucking change that. Avril from Alcor can change that. AVRAL, just Telegram. AVRAL, if anyone watching this needs to talk to one of the most talented blockchain DEX developers in EOSIO and in the world, because that's the top blockchain. So in transactions, you look on blocktivity.info. So this guy will make, I think if you want to pay this guy, he'll give you a DEX because he already made his own. You can fork his and he'll help you. I mean, he'll help you make your own DEX because we have Alcor.exchange, which has everything, and you can self-list any token. It's based on the chain so much that it's like a front end. It's just a static page, very simple. My goal is to get it built into Graymass because every transaction on Alcor is just a custom memo. It's just a buy, sell. If you learn, we can have it so simple where we can make the exchange simply sending a transaction to an account with the word buy in the memo. You see what I mean? You put the symbol, the word buy, and whatever amount you sent gets sent back to your account in the token that you requested. With you just put the letter buy space and then that symbol. Our DEX can do something like that. He's using the EOS token DEX. Yeah, like a swap. EOS token swap does that, and EOS token swap is his Alcor exchange. It's a smart contract he made to be like the baseline swap, immutable. He can't really at all really steal from it. I don't even think, because the only way he can get money out of it, because it's immutable, because it's locked, is to be able to the only way to get money back out of it is to have the account that put it in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the only way to get to hack that is if you took over the EOS blockchain and got all 21 block producers to agree to change what normally happens. So you can't really change it. So it's what we've been waiting for. Steam engine was half measure. It didn't fully do it, but it showed us what we could do. Now with this Alcor.exchange, we can also have CHL exchange where the base token is in EOS, and he's working on this code so that he can, not just for CHL but for PBTC to be the base token. So you deposit your tokens and then you trade it against Bitcoin, not EOS. EOS isn't even in the picture except the blockchain you use. So we could have Alcor.exchange fork and call it CHL.Alcor.exchange or ChallengeDac.exchange. Then it'll simply be his fork of his, because on GitHub I've already forked it, and you just click a fork button, and it'll be his Alcor.exchange with a different logo, and every token, every token will be trading against CHL. Or you can just have this in the top button here. So when you go to Alcor, it says EOS, Telos, Wax. You can click the button for Proton, BOS. We'll add CHL there because it's not a blockchain. It doesn't have to be. It's a smart contract, and you can use it pretty much like that. So you can have CHL as the denomination, the bottom token that everyone's trading against, the common denominator of the equation. Or maybe it's the top. I forget which one. Maybe it's the no.
It just gets in the layer somewhere. If it just gets
It's
in
the first one. It's actually not top or bottom. It's this
base
this.
layer.
It's you're trading against it. So
Yeah.
like yeah, the whole thing is you're gonna have the EOS blockchain just like this, Or wait, all right, there we go.
There we go.
Oh yeah, there we go. EOS blockchain, EOSIO. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. EOSIO.
The more of these blockchains that EOS can gobble up, the better the EOS becomes. So it's exciting to see a good, solid Bitcoin, contract on there, solid,
Yep. And there's gonna be if there's 100,000 Bitcoin on that contract. Think about it. That's where all the Bitcoin's gonna be traded.
Yeah. Well, it's so
Because
much,
Block One
the
has that 100,000.
yeah, I know, as the network's getting more busy, I tried to send some Bitcoin the other day and it was like a $6 or $7 transaction fee.
Yeah, exactly. So no one's going to do that because that money just goes to Bitcoin miners in China. And it's a patriotic duty and national security measure to use EOS and have our Bitcoin. We don't have to use their Bitcoin. We can literally use Block One's Bitcoin for everything. There's 100,000 of them. That's enough for everybody in the fucking planet.
Yeah, and if it's trusted and it's immutable, then you're all right. You're good to go. And it's and I'd be excited to get that on challenge. I mean, I've done that. We've done that with the other contract.
Yeah, we'll get that next.
Yeah,
You'll add that one next. And then when that one's added, you'll be able to give out Satoshis
yeah,
that people use that you can sell back for EOS. And there's millions of dollars in the volume for this token. That other one didn't have any volume at all. This PEG BTC token on EOS, the contract is BTC.P tokens. BTC.P tokens on blocks.io. Type that in, you'll find the contract. That's an account that has millions of dollars a day in volume, millions of dollars a day. So it's on these Chinese and American, Dolphin Swap. There's like new decks. There's
much about Dolphin Swap?
not all that I know is that they have a lot of volume, so they're serious.
They volume because we had some people that were trying to get CHL on there, and they
were. Well, you should be able to just add it. I think it should be. You should. They just want you to add liquidity. They just want you to put some EOS up.
Yeah.
And you don't want to put too much because they have this. I trust all these new decks, DeFi people a lot more than I used to, and they're better than the Ethereum people. I don't think there's going to be a big rug pull, but just don't put too much liquidity in one DEX. There you go. You just split your liquidity up between all the DEXs and just keep moving. Even if they start going down, you keep just jumping to the new ones. Like they have, it's like a living system. It's like competition. Eventually, there'll be the one big DEX. Like I think it'll be something like Alcor. But you know what? It'll all be split up. You don't want to have it all in one contract. So it'll be decentralized. You'll have like 21.
Yeah, I was going to say that's not very decentralized. So yeah.
But you do want to centralize the actual access so that it's like Google did really good. Like Google allowed us all in the world to have like a Gmail account and unify. Like there is value in uniformity so that we can all understand and see shit because people will use fucking differences against us and just fucking confuse us. But if we all have the same like Android, if we all have the same smartphone that we all can get, not just iPhone users, then it works so much. But like this wouldn't have been possible without the uniformity of Linux and a lot of that public sector.
It was big for us to be able to reach as many people as we're reaching and reach as many people as we hope to reach. And we only had to deal with two different operating systems, Android and iOS. If they were, and then, and those two operating systems, you can, we can pretty much reach everybody, all smartphone users, or most of them. And
well, you're on a third OS, dude. You're on EOS, the exponential operating system.
Yeah.
Or Earth. It's also called the Earth operating system. There's multiple meanings for EOS.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is no one meaning, isn't that weird?
Yeah, I mean it's whatever people make of it really, but it's I've been impressed with
it's like GNU.
Yeah, yeah, I've been impressed. If you know, people dog on it sometimes, but it's come a long ways from what 3 years ago when it was just ERC20 token that people were saying, oh, this might not even be a real thing, and they were
Yeah,
putting out.
exactly. They proved all those people wrong, and they need to understand the master plan. It's supposed to be the programmable U.S. dollar. They're going to make EOS the new dollar, and a dollar coin can't be worth as much as a Bitcoin. Not yet. Maybe one
Yeah,
day in America, if America did use like a cryptocurrency that was stable and like not I'm sorry, not stable, had value, or limited, then yeah, if all the dollars in the world was just 20 trillion, people think that's a lot. No, there's like quadrillions of dollars out there that we have no idea what they're doing. But if we all
start
converted to a
adding all the
digital dollar,
derivatives and all,
no, I created a derivatives token on EOS called Quad, and it's 1 quadrillion supply. And then I listed it on Alcor and created the first purchase of like $1 at $1 each. And then now I'm technically the richest man on the planet on paper, but it's not paper, it's digital. So it has value. And in my mind, it could be worth something one day. But on blocks.io, it says right there, I'm worth $1.43 quadrillion, or $1,400 trillion, or 499 billion EOS. And there's not even that many EOS yet,
yeah, yeah. You
but there
got,
could be.
yeah, yeah. It's
But technically, I'm like the Ripple guy now, right? I mean, I don't have as much recognition, but remember when the
well,
Ripple guy became
they should start putting
rich?
you on the Forbes list and
No,
start.
yeah, okay, look, we have our own rich lists. Is Forbes a blockchain? Is Forbes a blockchain? Who's
Well,
determining who's even
yeah,
really
yeah,
rich?
yeah. And the thing is, that's not even including all your challenge tokens too. When you throw that in there, that's you're not even adding
No,
your
no, I included it. No, I included
okay.
my, well, at least the ones in my one account. Well, no, here's the thing. You can actually create a new challenge token and then set the price whatever you want. And people might say it's some sort of manipulation or you're not allowed to do that. But in reality, everyone should be allowed to do that to bring value to EOS, because EOS is so big that everyone can have their own freaking smart contract on EOS and then sell their own token as like a personal debt token or NFT. And you might have to put some art in it. It might have to have a little utility, but there'll be
You got to put
standards
some
for it.
labor into it. You got to put some sort of value into it.
Yeah, why use a credit card when you can just use a cryptocurrency and sell it to people around you instead of using a credit card, which is basically like selling a future time. When you use a credit card, you're basically like selling your future value tokens to some company that doesn't know you. If you actually sell cryptocurrencies to your friends and family in the form of NFTs or just a currency that's just you, then you actually get the people around you to own a piece of you. And instead of calling in the debt, like with violence and shit, they'll say, hey, I have a business like partner that needs some guy to go help him. You want to go help him out, and then we'll call the debt even. So
Yeah,
you'll get a job to do, not like threats. So in the future, you'll have that German money system I was just showing, where then when they had hyperinflation, they used like little stamps and handwritten notes and stuff with art, but it was all uniform. And every little neighborhood had their own little paper money. So yeah, NFTs on ChallengeDac, Bitcoin on ChallengeDac. The web app looks great. We'll have the Anchor login and the Scatter login, and we'll have Wombat. Oh, make sure you get the getwombat.io link all over ChallengeDac, because that's your
okay.
official like partner. That's you need to go talk to them and make them the official partner. But it already is in my mind, because that's the official place you go to get your EOS account. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. If they're giving out free accounts and it's a way, 'cause
Exactly.
we want, we want to be able to get uh, as many people using crypto as possible. So we want, that's one thing that the team's proud of is being able to, how we're able to onboard new users and making it so seamless for them. So if we can give them that next step and give them a mainnet account,
Yeah.
then
Right in
that's
the app.
you know,
The
then
app, right when they're withdrawing money on the not money, when they're withdrawing their tokens on the app, it will say, do you need an EOS account? And then it'll show a little Wombat logo and a button. It's that simple.
yeah.
It can just be a picture of the Wombat thing and a link. Boom, that's it. And on the website, we just got to make sure there's the
We
Wombat
can
links at the
we
bottom
you
of
could
the.
even do challenges for them for people to promote Wombat. If Wombat has
Oh
some,
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah. And Wombat got one of those big $50,000 Block One grants. So and they're gonna they have some big partners coming, because they have a gaming thing where you can make money on Wombat gaming, and you can make liquid money that you can sell into dollars and stuff. And Crypto Locally, make sure you go on that, because Crypto Locally is the bridge between Cash App and EOS because it has Cash App. You can go and sell your EOS for Cash App to people as long as there's someone nearby, but you don't have to be nearby. If you're in America, anyone that has Cash App, you can transfer
Oh,
fiat to them.
yeah, I
And
just
they're not strict. They have criminals on. They're to the point. They're so non-strict to the point where there's some scammers on there that, like I set
I'm
up a cash.
used to, I'm so used to, like, when you're dealing with Bitcoin and you're selling it or whatever, you gotta wait 3 days, you gotta wait, and I was
Cash App.
talking to
Cash
you,
App lets me
yeah.
actually deposit Bitcoin, sell it instantly, and buy stocks with it.
Well, yeah, you told me
About
about that like a
Tesla
week
stock.
or two ago, and I was like, "What, instant? You can sell your Bitcoin instantly?" And it goes, and you're like, "Yeah, it's
One
instant."
dollar.
Yeah,
$1 is worth, and it shows. And I have it set to show my satoshis. So basically, I don't even care if how much little Bitcoin I have. I'm excited, even if it's $2. I'm excited to have like 11,000 satoshis or whatever.
yeah. Well,
It'll.
it's nice to have that fluidity, to go from token to token and then to, if you want dollars, to get your dollars, have them straight into your
Yeah,
bank
and then you can
account.
send those dollars to anyone immediately, and then on the here, on the actual card, you can actually see the you actually see the fucking you know, not gonna
That's a
show the back, but
that's a Cash App debit card.
yeah.
Oh wow,
And so like I put my little Bitcoin logo on there,
nice. Yeah,
and
and they're being run by the Twitter guys,
well,
right?
no. They're separate companies, and their investors hate each other because they think they're both taking time away from Jack Dorsey. They fight. They both fight over Jack Dorsey's time. And when he said he was going to Africa, half of the investors at Cash App were like for it. The other half at Twitter were against it. So, well, that's the rumor. Well, that's what the news said. I don't know if that's true.
Well, they keep dragging him up to Congress too. I see where you get every few weeks. I look.
He deserves it, man. Zuckerberg said something right. Zuckerberg said, I don't want to be the arbiter of information. He said they don't want me to be the arbiter of information, and I agree with that. And he was looking really like, he was like, yeah, no, I agree with the Republicans. I agree with the freedom and having not have like you guys not having to tell you
Well,
guys what to do. He
it's
lets the community decide more than, but then the Twitter, sorry, go ahead.
it's been really scary that this last year to see how, basically you got all information systems and they're really kind of
Yeah.
converging into a couple huge mega corporations, and then when they decide to censor things or when they decide to do certain things, how helpless that makes the people. And I think that's why, really, cryptography is really a solution to that, and how it's really important, because if people don't have this sort of technology at their disposal, then people are going to be censored. And you just see how
Dude, my Steam Engine account got suspended for well, they made me delete a tweet, so I deleted it so I keep going, but I saved it, showed people what they deleted. I posted a Newsmax news video from Newsmax, which I remember growing up in the fucking 80s being on TV. And they had a magazine. They didn't have a TV station yet,
who
right?
deleted it.
Twitter, they took
Twitter.
it down. It was a Newsmax article about Dominion headquarters getting raided by the U.S. military servers in Germany, and
Yeah.
they acted like it's some unsubstantiated. First of all, they acted like it's some unsubstantiated rumor because they couldn't verify a top secret military
But it's
operation.
like
Of course they can't.
you guys are, it's like a who like fact checkers, or this isn't everyone believes what they want to believe or not.
Ministry of Truth.
Yeah, it's
Remember
like
1994? They had a
yeah,
Ministry of Truth. Like
yeah,
George Orwell said,
the
he tried
ministry.
to prove like you can't have a Ministry of Truth. You can't have it.
Yeah, they're technology providers. You guys let people send tweets back and forth. You guys don't know, like, you guys aren't.
Even
Yeah,
the even the Pope didn't go this far when he was
yeah,
burning witches and shit.
yeah. It's
When they were going after Jews and persecuting people in minority, even they didn't go this far into some. Even they didn't try to tell us 2 + 2 = 5.
yeah,
You
the
know.
arrogance of it, and it's yeah, it's important, because if people, if people don't pick up uh, cryptocurrency and cryptography, then they're just going to end up being slaves to these huge tech conglomerates, and they're going to be censoring everything, telling people what they can think and say and not say. But if you got some cryptography, then you can at least have some sovereignty over
Yeah, I'm
your
speaking of sovereignty. I'm excited about these German-based European inflation measures. These things they had to do because of inflation, and substitute for government-issued legal tender currency, a script. And this is a Russian, this one's Russian. And I'm excited to do this on ChallengeDac, where we can have people actually make local currencies that are proven to come from a neighborhood because they're verified by like 21
Well,
neighbors.
I was thinking about this. If you have a portal where people can set up their own NFTs and then let those be, on challenge, then people could make the NFTs for whatever they want. You could have NFTs where hey, this is our neighborhood, whatever, script or whatever, or
Yeah, but
business.
we'll have templates. We'll provide good examples so that you can have like an NFT for cleaning up the fucking trash, and we'll have an NFT for like cleaning up trash in a neighborhood. We're like, hey, I cleaned up like 10 minutes worth of cleaning up the trash. Here's an NFT. You can buy it and then support my efforts. Stuff like that. That's a simple example.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Or bird watching. You can do bird watching, and you can take a picture of the birds you see. I'm going to do this for San Diego Zoo. Actually, already on AtomicHub.io, which is where the Nifty Wizards guy, Curdy, bought. That Nifty Wizards room is amazing. It's a Telegram RPG. And we could have something like that for challenge too one day, where you have to actually go somewhere and then you get the Nifty Wizards style Telegram room opens up and it's a dungeon. And you have the menu pop up with a command and you have like a key. And then you have an NFT. And that NFT is on Atomic Hub, which you can buy and sell. On Atomic Hub, we could have challenge token if you have challenge on wax. We could have CHL on wax. And then you can have Atomic Hub selling. They have Atari. They have William Shatner. They have not Atomic Hub, but Wax does. They have a lot of these celebrity NFTs, collectibles and stuff now. Little pictures. They're like little pictures, and you can buy them, and the collectibles are rare. And but yeah, you could do these things with challenge where you actually have local currencies where your neighbor verifies it. On challenge, you could have like you get your neighbor on a challenge, you get a referral. Yeah, a lot of stuff could happen with the DAC, and we'll actually have a real DAC using I think using Telos, because Telos has a proposal system, and we can have CHL on Telos with the works.decide. It's a Telos contract, and you go on blocks.io, you can look at works.decide, and then it shows it has like one of the actions is like create proposal, another action is like submit proposal, pay fee, the other one's like vote for proposal, yes or no. They get voted on. 30 days later, you get the money. You don't, you have to pay a 5% fee up front. If you get at least 20% of a yes vote, I think you get the money back no matter what. So it's like very little risk as long as it's a good idea, as long as it's good enough. And and if it's a no vote, you can always make your case that you really need that money back, and they'll help you out and give you the yes vote enough at least to get this fee back. But we'll have CHL work like that, where you pay CHL, post proposal. We could put all the works decide stuff into the EOS contract too, if we actually really wanted to. But we could just do it on Telos because they're going to make it so on Telos any token can do that, and then you'll have the access to the worker proposal system.
Yeah.
Inside the School Wallet, where you can actually ask. It's like a Congress. You can post a proposal for challenge, and then a few hundred million challenges.
Governance. It's governance. So how do we get other projects to know that they can market on challenge? When I'm
that's what I was going to tell you about the Voice. Voice is going to do this shit with Bitcoin, where they're gonna make money off their Bitcoin by putting it into the P tokens, the PBDC. Now it's on EOS. Now they make money on the fees. So now every time you send that Bitcoin, I think there's going to be a small fee that's way less than the Bitcoin fee, right? Now people are going to use
they're still
Bitcoin on your
making a
net.
profit from it though. They're still making money from it because it's
And they're charging so much smaller price you can afford to use it more. So then you end up making more money. So they're going to make more money than the miners, because people are going to pay EOS to pay for fees on Bitcoin, because that allows Bitcoin to do way more transactions. So you'll be ending up paying more EOS than you will ever pay Bitcoin fees.
Well, wouldn't it just there would be more demand for EOS because you'd have to have a stake to be able to send it back and forth. Yeah, so it's
EOS is the system to scale Bitcoin. You have to have EOS as the new gas. EOS is the new gas for the Ethereum back created EOS network, which then makes its own network, which then replaces Ethereum and scales Ethereum, because Ethereum also is on P tokens, dap.ptokens.io. You can go get Bitcoin on Ethereum, you can get EOS on Ethereum, and you can get Ethereum on EOS. It's called PETH on EOS. It's it looks like this. It's just a little, it looks like a white Ethereum logo and a red and green circle. And it's just, the Ethereum is like 50 cents per transaction. So if you charge 1 cent everyone's going to use your system, and now you're making all this extra Ethereum because I think I don't want to say there's no fees. I think there's like very little fee. I don't notice any fees, so I'll just say that it doesn't hurt when you do the deposit or withdrawal.
It's the
Up there.
cheapest way to move crypto around. In my experience, has been on EOS for sure.
Oh yeah, but they will make a tiny bit of fees that will make so much money because there's so much activity. It's like making imagine if you had a smartphone that was really expensive and no one could afford it. If you make a smartphone really cheap and you have the apps on it, now you make more money off the apps than you ever would on the smartphone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because people can use it, and you're just accelerating the technology, so it's more efficient. So you can use more.
Now there's people who are putting Ubers on there, and then
But
putting.
let me finish. This is complicated because you got the Bitcoin on EOS now, right? Now you have Voice. Voice has to give you a Wombat wallet. That's why I want to get you into Wombat wallet. Also, when you're on Wombat wallet, it has discussions app. Oh, you're also going to get a discussion. We need to have it so that discussions has ChallengeDac, people talking, tipping, and challenge, and then location. We'll have location on discussions, so you'll be able to have a forum with your local people, with your local fucking neighborhoods, like the neighborhood app.
Yeah, yeah.
It's inside Wombat. When you open up the Wombat wallet, there's discussions app, and it's a DApp inside Wombat. When you're in Wombat, you get the discussions app, and there you go.
Nice.
And now you can talk about challenge. Now you're in. Now, imagine this: you're in the Wombat wallet, and there's challenge, and you log in with the EOS, and there's web.challenge.io, and that's why we need to get Scatter and Anchor. Scatter's not really supported anymore. Anchor and Wombat. That's Anchor for desktop, Wombat for mobile. Anchor is going to be for mobile too, but doing both, so you have mobile and desktop. Once we have the Avril help us, and we can pay him like just a little bit of money, and he'll do it probably because he knows exactly how to do it. He knows how to add those buttons. He has it on Alcor. He can help you add those buttons onto web.challengeadapt.io. And then you'll have a big login button just like right here. It'll look just like this. Where it says Connect EOS Wallet. See that?
Let me see. Yeah, connect. And that connects you to the Wombat wallet.
And you'll have the Connect Ethereum wallet because you're going to have these guys over at P Tokens. They're going to give you ChallengeDac. We're going to have CHL on both Telos and Ethereum, but maybe not Telos. Ethereum. We're going to have CHL on Ethereum. So you're going to have CHL token, PCHL. And you won't have to worry about backing it or if it gets hacked because they're going to take care of it. They're going to hold the CHL in their account for whoever wants to do it. So I can buy it off the network. I deposit it. There you go. You can also tokenize a large amount of CHL. Like, let's say you want to put 10%, 100 million CHL onto Ethereum. You tokenize it. Now, 10% of your CHL is on Uniswap because Uniswap, you can add whatever you want on Uniswap for like a couple $50 or whatever. It's like a fee, or maybe free. You get on these lists. Uniswap.io. It's fucking easy. So you're done. Now you're on Uniswap. Now you have an ERC20. Now people are like, wow, Ethereum. Now you can fucking get all that market. Now you're pumping the money up. Now people find out about EOS. Now people are getting ChallengeDac, web.challengedac.io and logging in with Ethereum wallet and seeing their Ethereum tokens because some people are just addicted to Ethereum. They'll never accept EOS. So
Well,
once you have that Ethereum,
there's some people that I hear. I mean, it's like a psychological thing. It's like if people get committed to a certain blockchain, even if there's something better, they're just committed to the old way of the old blockchain or whatever. So it's that's one thing that I'm really surprising me is how many people have kind of, what is that, I'm not able to read it. What book is that?
It's The Shock Doctrine by Naomi Klein, The Rise of Disaster Capitalism. It's really applicable to today.
Is that the reading list for everyone watching?
No, it's just my friend gave it to me a while ago. She made a book called No Logo, and this book's all about the alternative history of the most dominant ideology to Milton Friedman's free market economic revolution. Naomi Klein challenges the popular myth of this movement's peaceful global victory from Chile to Iraq, blah, blah. I don't know. It's just all about how, pulls the curtain back on free market myths and exposes the forces that are really driving our economy. Yeah, because it's all fear-based and it's all... But anyway, we're going to have, this big shock of EOS, and EOS will be a big Bitcoin shock because people won't know that EOS is no one will really know about it. People might be underlying. It might be people might not know that PBTC is even an EOS token, but Eventually they will. It'll get respect because Google joined EOS as a block producer.
Yeah, I'm
So they
surprised
have to like respect
how
this
how little that's being talked about, you know. So, um,
because they're doing big shit with it. They don't want people to know what they're doing because they're fucking scaling the US dollar.
yeah,
And even if it's not, even if they don't do that, they're still going to have 100,000 Bitcoin that they have 140,000 Bitcoin at block one from
well,
their ICO.
I know
They
that.
can put that into Voice and then give people, they're going to give the top users on Voice Bitcoin as a gift. And then those people are going to be rich. I think they're going to give 1 Bitcoin each to like a lot of people on Voice because there's only a few thousand people on there.
Yeah,
And that will be the first big, like, that
there
will make
there
so
may
many
there may
waves.
be more challenge users than voice users right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, I don't know about that because well, here's the thing. They said months ago they already had like 100,000 people on the waiting list. So they have a lot. They have 100,000 more people on the waiting list. They just haven't let them all in. When they
Yeah,
let everyone in,
I go on there and it just doesn't seem. I see the same
they
people.
don't want people to go on yet. They're not ready.
Yeah,
It's beta.
yeah,
It's alpha. It's
that's
like once it'll be ready, it'll be ready. They added communities just now. I was mad at it for a while, and I channeled that until like trying to tell them exactly what to do. And then I started to see the common sense start rising. The things that I was saying to do start to happen. And you know that
well. They're
they
slowly
asked what
working.
should we use for
They're
communities. And I just said just call it communities, and then they just called it communities. And
yeah.
what?
They're sitting on they're not in any rush. They're sitting on billions of dollars. They're
Yeah,
got
sitting
the
on billions of dollars, 100,000 Bitcoin, which is more another $1 billion, and $150 million in cash that Voice has to pay their own people and to pay for shit. But they're hiring a bunch of their own people. They're like Steemit. If Steemit just hired all the top users that were polite enough or had fucking in the network, they're hiring people though that are their friends, but they're being honest about it. Like, because that's how it works. It's supposed to be human to human network. So like they are hiring their favoritism friends, but it's like they're being open about it and transparent. So that they're trying to show how things will work in the future. You can't stop people from hiring their friends. So you should encourage it and just give them better rules so we can have a meritocracy. Because you never stop the self-interest and the clans and the family communities and fucking you never stop tribalism and gangs and stuff. But eventually you'll have blockchains connect. Dan Larimer said we'll have a blockchain of blockchains to connect with witnesses, and that's what the PBTC shit is. But Dan also said we're going to have last year the Virginia Tech thing. Dan was talking about blockchain voting, blockchain healthcare, and blockchain climate change, and how we need all that shit. He was predicting today. It was crazy. He was like, he was saying that nowadays there's many voting systems. This is 2019 in November. He was like, this is before COVID. He said there's many voting systems where they try to keep this privacy bullshit, which never should have been a thing and never was supposed to be a thing. That was back before it was electronic. They try to make the privacy thing for voting prohibits legal elections because you can't even prove someone voted was a real person because they try to say, oh, that violates the privacy, when really, so they take advantage and use dead voters. They use fake IDs. If they can steal your ID, they can steal your, think about it.
yeah.
They hack all those Experian accounts. They have all this false data. Anybody can mail in a fake vote. And, of course, it'll be counted as accurate. So you'll look it up and say, there was no fraud reported, so that's misinformation. Yeah, no reported by you. There's no blockchain. We need a centralized block. I'm sorry, we need a central, centrally accessible decentralized blockchain. It has to be both. It has to be centrally used by everyone. It has to be a consensus. Everyone has to accept it because it's decentralized. Like America used to be, like the free market. But anyway, there will be this whole need for a blockchain election using Steemit, Hive,
Especially
Telos.
after this last deal, people are going to demand it, and it's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not even going to have the same government as we had in the past, and they're going to and if anything happens to the current administration, they will simply pull the plug on the U.S. dollar and stop the plunge protection team, which has always stopped the crashes, and the U.S. dollar and the stock market will basically crash until he gets a deal in. Like it's going to be like crazy shit. Like the dollar has been the .com bubble was bad. This is going to be way worse. So they better not push him because they could pull the plug and take the dollar with them. So I'm pretty sure they don't want to do that, and they want to actually get the dollar on the blockchain. But the government of the world is going to be the government's going to be split into two. This is like a great schism of a Roman Church did this. It's called the Great Western Schism. We're going to have 2 popes. There's going to be 2 White Houses,
right.
and they're going to have
The two Roman emperors or whatever. Rome would always be slipped in, or they'd always divide up the. I think in the later Rome they had two emperors.
they had Eastern Rome and Western Rome. Yeah, it's a schism. That was one of the other schisms. That was the Great Schism, I think. I'm talking about the early Western Schism, though, was the Protestants splitting because they're both. It's not.
Catholics, yeah.
I don't think Joe Biden or Trump I don't think either of them are Catholic, right? I don't think we've had a Catholic president since like what, JFK, right? So
I
I think
think
he's like the only one, right?
yeah, yeah, that's what I heard. But I
So
always
it's the Protestant Reformation is what's going on, and they're going to have. I wouldn't be surprised if they said that Biden's not going to go into the White House because of COVID. He's going to do it all remotely through Zoom as an excuse to not go,
do it
and
from
they
his basement.
pretend.
From his basement, COVID. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy times. It's been a crazy year, but it's been a good year for challenge. I mean, we went from pretty much being, not a viable product to pretty much not having anything work, to having something that's able to sustain users, and we're at a few hundred people a day. But yeah, anything you can do to help spread the word within the crypto community or anybody, just letting people.
Once you add the PBTC, you'll get a
Yeah.
lot of users because you'll have people coming just for Bitcoin. Oh, and the PETH and P-Link.
Well,
You have to
what
add
we
the chain
find
link.
is,
Chain link is huge.
yeah, the mechanism works, and the mechanism, we're rewarding people, asking people to. All we're doing is we're just setting up a smart contract, and we got, everyone has contracts in real life. Everyone knows what a contract is. That's all challenge is. It's just contracts, and then some people put something into the contract, and they say, hey, do this or that, and then you'll get the this or that. And so once, and we're running a lot of our challenges ourselves, but you know if other people know, hey, I can get a few hundred people to like my Facebook page, I can get a few hundred people to share my video, I can get a few hundred
Then they'll
people.
buy ChallengeDac tokens to stake to get power on that network and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, if
go
you
up
add that,
higher,
they'll
and
spend them.
yeah, and it's a way better value too. Because I've run Facebook ads before, and I've looked
Oh
at,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
You could
I
just buy CHL and then give them out over the Telegram and tip it, and it's a better value. Just to go say, here, I'll give you like 50 cents with the CHL to go, do go retweet this, go put it on Hive, and go put it on Steam, and make a YouTube video. And people do it for like $1, and you can
yeah,
do like, yeah, you'll get way more impressions. Yeah,
yeah, way more,
organic
yeah,
impressions.
real
Well,
users,
here's the
real,
thing. Here's why it's important. Because you're not looking for a Facebook. You're trying to find crypto people who have Bitcoin. That's a small community. You have to
yeah,
impress them. So it's like you have to get to the right people who have the Bitcoin. Because it's such a small group, dude. We're going to have like such a tiny amount of intelligentsia running the whole planet. It's cryptocracy. Cryptocracy.
yeah,
It's not a democracy, but cryptocracy. Rule by crypto. Rule by secret math. By
yeah.
secret math.
Yeah, yeah, math. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, the math, and yeah. So
But
it,
you're going to have the advertising thing on Challenge, just like Voice, where you give people CHL every day, universal basic income, okay? And then they spend it. If they don't spend it, it gets taken away, and they have to use it to like other people's votes. I mean, other people, they can like, well, that's curation. They will have that too. I meant to like other people's posts, and then they'll have NFTs too, and the Bitcoin, Chainlink, and Ethereum. So you'll have all these tokens running around. You'll have people earning all three of those tokens in small amounts, micro transactions that they can actually collect. You can actually collect like $5 worth of Bitcoin and sell. On the Bitcoin network, you can't do that. It's $5 for every transaction, or 10 now sometimes,
yeah,
So when it's on EOS, you'll have Chainlink, Ethereum, and Bitcoin in the ChallengeDac app. You'll have an advertising system like Voice. You'll have universal basic income where you'll give out or daily rewards, they'll call it, a certain amount of CHL to active users. You'll have chirp style like button will turn into a transaction button. Every time you get a like, you'll be giving a token out. But you'll be given free tokens just to use the app because we have enough tokens to give out to like hundreds of million people. And eventually, you'll have video ads that will promote different cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies will be your big target companies who want to come and add their app onto their token onto your ChallengeDac, and they'll pay CHL higher and higher prices to actually get membership into a system where you put out challenges to promote their app and give out their token, do all the work for them. Because it is a lot of work to promote all this shit. That's why we get the people to do it for us. And then they work for each other, like Rick and Morty. Like
yeah.
that
We're
one
just
episode.
we're just facilitators. We're just facilitating people doing things with each other. So we got to make the connections and get people to know about it. So yeah,
But
anything.
eventually it'll be like Snapchat, and your sister will be gone there with her friends, and there'll be like all these girls in bikinis with
Yeah,
like all these different like videos, and there'll be like girls giving away tokens like Pokemon cards. Like, there's, websites where women sell their selfies. Well, like Instagram's almost like that, but more classy. Women will have collectible cards of themselves as cosplay heroes and like Sailor Moon, and they'll
yeah,
dress up like cool. But these will be actual artist renditions of them. So they'll be like the best their best Instagram. So imagine your sister has her best, most high performing Instagram uh, posts, and then makes them into NFTs and then sells them to her fans, dude. And then her fans own Wax or EOS backed or CHL backed tokens that she can then sell to her fans, give away to her fans, and then her fans own it. And then she'll buy them back using her actual future revenue. So you're owning a piece of someone, like you're owning a early collectible baseball card, but of an Instagram model or an Instagram user or anybody. Of course, the
Yeah.
girls will be more popular. And people have this whole waifu thing, and they want to collect women, collect Pokemon. It's like collecting Disney. Everyone wants to collect everything. So people will have this as a dating site too. They'll have like all sorts of matchmaking with NFTs. They'll have NFTs for all sorts of because that's marriage is a contract. You know, we'll have smart contracts to define human interactions and relationships. It's gonna be crazy, man. Be
Yeah, that's
airdropping
a few more
wives and stuff.
give it a few more versions. We'll be able to have the marriage contracts on there, and we'll be able to virtually have the virtual priest show up, and we could do the arrangements or whatever. But I'm
And
happy.
they'll, the women throw the bouquet to the woman, and whoever catches it gets married next. That'll be an NFT, and it'll be
Yeah,
like a random wheel,
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
and
it's
it'll be worth like $20 for the CHL or something. Like there'll be prizes, be like $1,000 gift. You'll have like put your wedding on challenge and take a picture of it at the end and win some challenge. Every national park I think can use challenge because that's a place where you can go and the government controls it. They control who goes there every day because they have like the
public.
little
Yeah, yeah. So it's yeah, it just educating people and getting people on there will help challenge price, and then that helps us do more development. So
Dude,
just like
We'll get Playboy on the challenge.
yeah, yeah. So it's
Well, Playboy Mansion, ChallengeDac party at the Playboy Mansion with all the Migos and, all the different stars, and then they'll
I'm gonna
make
get my sister to pull
NFTs.
strings and see if
Well, dude, think about it. Think about Playboy NFTs. Virtual Girl, that one computer program with the, girls dancing on your computer screen from the 90s. That shit used to make money, and they had collectible cards back then. They didn't even have crypto.
well, that's the one thing that's interesting about blockchain is it's one of the things about information online is it's so easily duplicated, and I think that limits the quality of information. If people know that you can put some scarcity on certain information, then you can have higher quality information, like you know a um, cards or collectibles or whatever. So yeah, I think it's yeah, you're going to see more and more of that. So hopefully we can help lead the way with that on challenge. But right now we got smart contracts that let people you know make custom challenges, and we've been doing probably 10, 12 a day, and so help us get the word out about that. Tell your crypto buddies to people who got projects or whatever, come on, tell them to come on the challenge. And we've been having good success with you know boosting all our social media pages. Like this video that we're doing right now, you know I'll make a challenge for people to share this afterwards, and it's going to get way more views. It's going to get way more exposure than it would have if it
Oh
just
yeah,
got.
no, I'll see some of the top challenges on the app. They'll have like 100, they'll have a large amount of likes and users and comments. And people are just commenting, and they'll post selfies, so they're different people. So it's like Steam It. And Steam It weeded out a lot of fake accounts, fake scammers and stuff. So we know who's who. So we have all these real people that carried over from Steam and Hive, and now they're with us. So there's like a million accounts and at least over 100, maybe 300,000 active real users. So that's like the goal. We can at least get back to that. But yeah, man, you think we should wrap it up soon, or?
Yeah, yeah, we've been going for quite a while, but yeah, we don't
But
want
you
to.
can post this on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it on YouTube and then make a challenge
Perfect.
for people to share it, or maybe like share it and tag a friend or whatever. What we've been doing is like asking people to tweet it, tag a couple friends or whatever, but it ends up getting way more views, and people are glad to do it for not a lot of crypto. Just a little bit of crypto is all it takes. So if we can get the message out about how other people can leverage that for themselves, then I think we're going to have a lot of success and grow really rapidly. So thanks, man. Thanks for coming on and talking with us.
All right, man. Yep. We just gotta wait for
We
that
gotta do it again soon.
PBTC.
We gotta do it
Yeah, make a
soon.
whale challenge. You can change everything.
Yeah, well, we can't do it without you, man. We need you to continue helping us out like you have been. So take it easy, man. I'll let you go.
We should do another. We should do another one soon and talk about the once the Bitcoin was added, and we'll give away Bitcoin live on tip CC, because that we haven't taken advantage of yet. There's everyone waiting in that Discord on tip.cc, the tip bot for Discord. That works. It works again now really well for CHL. Yeah, we'll use that. We'll give away Bitcoin. All right, man.
All right, take it easy, bro.